Everybody can have a bit of a chance to catch up, to finish up the French polishing this morning. So today we're going to French polish and then make bridges. We'll start afternoon on bridges. But before you start French polishing, you should do final adjustment once more on the neck, because it often tends to scratch here, and that gives you a chance to touch up this area if you make scratches. So the first thing to do before you even check the guitar is get any little ridge of pumice and shellac off the edge of the cheek. Very carefully, either with a sharp scraper or with a chisel. I'm using a chisel, but a sharp scraper works just as well. And you've got to be careful you don't go into the mahogany at all. Just get that bit of shellac. You can get there will be a little bit here too under your fingerboard. You can get that too, but more important is what's on the cheek of the heel. But yeah, see, I've got some coming off here. So any pumice, any little lip of shellac that's left. Better put my glasses on because I want to be careful that I don't go into the mahogany. I've already done this on my steel string neck, that's why I'm demonstrating on this one. Usually I use a scraper. This time I grabbed a chisel, but it doesn't matter. Just have to be careful. Well, I think I pretty much got it. Make sure you get crud out of the corners also. Okay, so now, because I don't want to scratch, I can use wax paper to protect the end of the guitar. Well, I'll just make 2 pieces probably, but anyway, that'll be plenty. So this looks pretty good, but I want it to look a little bit better. So I can put wax paper in underneath here. I'm curling it right around like that. And that will prevent scratches somewhat, but sometimes, I don't know how it happens. You'd figure the backing of the sandpaper wouldn't scratch anyway, but it does. And sometimes it even scratches right through the wax paper. I don't get it, but that happens.
Weird.
But this, it scratches quite a bit. You'd be surprised if you don't have this wax paper. What I used to do too, and what I sometimes still do, is sand the backing of the sandpaper a bit. And that helps it, it's not as scratchy when you do that. But it'll still scratch. Anyway, this wrangling this wax paper is a bit of a hassle. This final adjustment is already, as some of you discovered, one of the harder jobs, one of the trickier jobs, and it's harder when you have to wrangle this wax paper. So often I don't bother with the wax paper at all. I just scratch the shit out of the end of the guitar at a stage like this, when I've got enough time left to sand it and touch it up again with French polishing. But it's better if you can avoid scratches. So I'm just sanding this a bit. The main thing that this is about, theoretically this should still be good, but you've got to get all that shellac and pumice off those cheeks.
Yeah.
And besides using a chisel and a scraper, that requires a little bit of sanding like this.
So that's when you finish French polishing your neck but haven't finished your sides? Is that right?
I don't know, are you finished your neck?
No, I'm just asking. if you end up doing this, you said.
No, I'll still be French polishing my neck a little bit,
Okay.
but, and then I'll have to do this again. We've done final adjustment,
Yeah.
so this is final
Adjustment.
adjustment. But before we glue the neck on, we've got to do
final adjustment. Okay.
We do this once more very carefully. But theoretically, because we've done this now, tomorrow when we're gluing the neck on, we'll have to do almost nothing. And sometimes I don't have to do nothing. I don't do nothing at all. I just stick the
put it
neck
right
on.
on.
But sometimes I still have to take 1 or 2 passes with the sandpaper.
Yeah, but if only one drop of shellac went over the side, it's changed.
Yeah.
So
So you just do this a little bit. So let's see how this looks. And I don't think I've scratched this very much. I don't think I've scratched it almost at all, but usually I do scratch it a little bit. Like I said, I've done mine. I did that this morning. And I've got a few scratches in mine. So I've got to touch that up. So that looks okay. Like for this side, still a little bit open. Yeah, okay, let's go to some more on this side to close that up. So it's not quite done. Anyway, you can do that. Don't start French polishing until you've done this, and then you'll have a chance to still touch up the end of the guitar. Sometimes, if I'm finished French polishing pretty much on the sides, I just put the guitar vertically in the Troji and just every now and then give that a pass there. And we've got the rest of the day to finish our French polishing. But like I said, tomorrow the necks have to go on. So at the very least, the sides should be nicely done. At least this end of the sides should be nicely done. The neck and the top.
Gotcha.
Anyway, you can get started on that.